Magellan is the hero, not Lapu-Lapu and God's and or Jesus' eyes. May we recall or review about the history. As about Magellan and Lapu-Lapu and Raja Humabon, first of all it should be known that Lapu-Lapu is not a Maharlikan or Filipino, he is a native from Borneo, an animist. The date of his arrival and Philippines was unknown. He met Raja Humabon and requested for his territory, and it is Magellan. If to think broadly, it is so understood that Lapu-Lapu has his men when he met Raja Humabon, because it is so impossible that Raja would just immediately grants the request of Lapu-Lapu if he is not powerful man, as was indeed known he was a pirate. So as it Lapu-Lapu has established his territory and Magellan, ironically years past they became rival as about trade and territory. Magellan arrives in Philippines on March 17, 1521. He was welcomed by Raja Humabon and by those others, except Lapu-Lapu, on April 8, 1521, that is why the Christianity immediately grows widespread in Philippines. So how could it be said that the Battle of Lapu-Lapu and Magellan is about conquering of Philippines territory if Magellan, that has only 50 to 60 men, were welcomed by Raja Humabon and those other leaders? Evan and stupid will not conquer such nation with only 50 to 60 men with him. So by these it is so understood that the landing of Magellan and the Maharlika, Philippines, is neither for religious purpose or as to conquer, as was very known that Magellan voyage is purely as an exploration. For if it is really in the mind of Magellan to conquer the Philippines, then Magellan will ask those peoples and other ships when they left the span as with altogether 270 men to go with him and landing in Philippines. So as was known, as was storied, Raja Humabon requested to Magellan to go to Lapu-Lapu, as Raja Humabon sent his 1,000 men with Magellan going to Lapu-Lapu. For why will Magellan will go to Magellan knowing that Lapu-Lapu is a rival of Raja Humabon, as Magellan has only 50 to 60 men with him? Magellan knows that Raja Humabon and Lapu-Lapu are rivals because Magellan did not goes to Lapu-Lapu with his men only. So as it is understood therefore that Raja Humabon try to convince Magellan, as it could be understood that there is an or are already an occurred conversation between Lapu-Lapu and them, as probably through messenger, because when Magellan and his men get off the ships, immediately they were bayoneted with arrows and spears without conversation any more. So what issue about heroism is there with Lapu-Lapu, as it is neither about conquering nor religious conversion and tension, as it was just accidental as not expected, as was written in history that Magellan had not able to reach his true destination, as all have occurred through friendship between Magellan and Raja Humabon, and as the other occurrences are God's and or Jesus' ways or will, as he lit Magellan to take that opportunity, so in God's and or Jesus' will it is Magellan who is hero. As he saves the Maharlika, Philippines, from being not in the true religion that was established by Jesus to Muhammad is Muhammadism, Judaism, Christianity or Muhammadism, Christianity, Surah 9 verse 29, and verse 33, see what God, Allah, and Jesus wanted Muhammad to be manifested to all religions or all nations is the religion of the people of the scripture, which is Judaism, Christianity, which was now started by Dr. Hormuz Shariat. Dr. Hormuz Shariat, like Cornelius, didn't know that he was used by God and or Jesus to fulfill the Surah 9 verse 29, and verse 33, which is about Matthew 28 verse 10 to 20. Hormuz Shariat is still of the second kingdom of the Church of God, the Muhammadism, because he was not cast off by God and or Jesus from it. Anyone who was the race of Isaac, his religion is naturally of first kingdom, the true Judaism, which is Judaism, Christianity, and anyone who is of Ishmael race, naturally he is of the second kingdom, the true Muhammadism, which is of Muhammadism, Christianity, and to anyone who is not a race of Isaac and Ishmael, he could be baptized as to any of the two kingdoms.